We're live.
I guess we are.
Hi, everybody. This is Nino. I'm the head of business development at OriginTrail, and with me is
Maja, CMO at OriginTrail.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us here. Today, we're going to be discussing a little bit about the open call that we launched in the end of September. We received quite a few questions and a very great response by the community itself, not only from the ones we know, but also from different companies and different individuals and teams that are interested in the OriginTrail protocol and adopting the technology itself. So basically, we wanted to give with the open call the ability to all those teams, individuals, and companies, in the other hand, that have the idea but didn't have maybe all the capabilities and all the resources to join the ecosystem or maybe develop something very tangible and something that can be used as a real-world application. So the purpose of this open call is to give this opportunity to all these companies. And I think we did a great job at the moment, right?
Well, yeah, because sometimes you just need a little bit of a kick, a little bit incentive, a little bit of a structure. So yeah, committing companies towards participating in open call has proved to be very awesome for us so far. And we'll talk a little bit about that in this AMA. We actually received quite a lot of questions. Some of them were not open call related, unfortunately. So today we really have to focus on open call questions. And without further ado, we'll just jump into it.
Yeah, thank you for all the questions. So like Maja said, we will answer only those that are applicable for the open call. So if we go straight to the question, the first one, was it related? Well, I'll read the question. Yeah, it's a very long one, so stand by. Does the OriginTrail team have their own use case for the open call? I would like to suggest a purchasable conversation starter that supporters of the project can purchase. This object could be scanned and sample data can be pulled directly from the ODN. This gives those of us in an office environment the opportunity to talk about and show how the network operates. Essentially, this is the bear for consumers. Great question. A very nice use case. Barry is excited as well, as you can see. But first of all, let me clarify about the participation of the OriginTrail team. We will not be participating in our own open call, unfortunately, although we would probably had a quite good chance since we know the topics and everything. But no, the open call is aimed towards you, towards companies, towards individuals, towards teams that want to develop something on their own. And not only that, we know the supply chain sphere quite broadly, and we know where the use cases are. But not only that, we want to see how the community is thinking about this, and we want to see all the smart solutions that you're developing. That probably a few of them we haven't really thought about it, and they probably could be a great use case. And the use case suggested here, yes, supply chain integrity and traceability is something that we have been working on since quite a few years ago. Yes, mostly in food, but the principles are pretty much the same. That's why this is a great use case, and the one who suggested the question should definitely go for it, even as an individual, as long as you have the capabilities to produce something tangible in the end and bring value to whoever your customer is.
Cool, fantastic. Question number 2. How many applications do you expect? Good luck, by the way. Well, thank you. It's very nice to say. So far, we have received, we cannot say how many, but we have received applications. And with this inflow in mind, it's safe to say that we are aiming towards like 100 or something like that. I would say very pessimistic scenario would be 50, but that's really like a very low thingy, whereas it can easily be about 100. But just to really stress out, it's not about how many applications will we receive. We are really encouraging companies, organizations, as well as individuals to present use cases that are non-traditional, so the ones that we haven't done already. And we will be selecting use cases, well, the community will be selecting use cases based on quality. So no matter how many applications do we get, you still have a fighting chance if your use case is really good and you'll convince the community, all right?
Yeah, thanks.
No worries.
So the next question, what are some of the most exciting applications you have received? I'm really looking forward for the future. We are as well. This is an amazing company, and you are changing the world. Yeah, we like to think so as well, right?
And Q4 will be amazing.
Yeah, definitely. So like Maja already said, we received quite a few applications already. It's very interesting, that they're not coming from only one category that we identified. They're coming from different ones, and this is really something that we strive at. And it's great to see that companies and the ones that are applying for the open call are thinking differently, for pretty much the same problem, and that's a really cool thing, and it's something that we looked upon.
What's your favorite one, though? Just don't tell which company, just like the category.
I really like compliance.
You like compliance,
and,
of course.
And if I have to actually have to emphasize on one project that refers to the question, it's actually from the compliance sector. Really smart thinking in terms of traceability of some of the world's most endangered products, actually. And a really smart use case that actually came out from the challenge, not so much because of blockchain applicability. And I think this is really important. And yeah, we hope we will get a lot more similar to that ones as well.
Well, that was a little bit, how to say, very Nino specific, because Nino used to work for Deloitte and PwC. So yeah, he's a little bit geeky when it comes to compliance. Once again, let's stress that community will decide which use cases will be pushed forward, which cases will be rewarded. It's not up to us, but this is the one that's kind of caught our attention so far.
Yeah, absolutely. The next question, what would be an example of an ideal project? Very good question. I'm not sure if we know the answer to that one, but definitely what I would suggest is actually coming from the perspective, okay, if blockchain is the solution, what is the challenge you're trying to solve? So you should really go from the beginning, from the roots, and think about what challenges you're trying to solve. And if that challenge is trust and a trust gap between one, two, or several partners, then blockchain is really something that can address this part. And you should actually build your use case out of this thinking of how can I reduce the trust gap between partners. So basically, the categories that we have identified, are there only to give you a certain framework where to think about. You can find a lot of information about all the different verticals in terms of categories, industries already in our webpage, and throughout the use cases that we already have deployed or are deploying. But it's really about you think as broad as possible, and to give as much idea as possible that can be implemented, if not now today on this open call, maybe in the foreseeable future, where mainnet will be open for you guys.
Cool. Let's just share a really helpful advice. So if you go on our landing page for open calls and you press documentation, in that document you can see criteria on which projects will be scanned initially. So that would also give you a couple of bullets of what we are aiming to hear from you, like how it will be presented. But again, it's done more of this Sequoia pitch, so problem, solution, does using OriginTrail makes sense. We didn't prioritize or specified any vertical or any specific use case. You will convince us that your use case is the best.
Yeah, definitely. You want to take the next one?
Yeah, sure. So that's a very short one. Do you need to have a company to apply to an open call? No. You're welcome to apply as organization, individual, or whatever it's your spiel.
Yeah, we didn't want to give a certain amount of entities only the possibility. Companies have already the resources to do the implementations or stuff like that. But we really wanted to give you guys, who are working in this space, who are new in this space, the opportunity to take this forward. So please apply until November 9th, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Next question. Oh, interesting one. Will the Trace Alliance members have the advantage?
That's a very good idea. I wish we knew it before.
Yeah. So Trace Alliance, it's not the same as the open call. The two things are not correlated, even though they're part of the OriginTrail ecosystem. But what I will stress out, the companies that have been involved into the Trace Alliance since the beginning, essentially they do have some sort of an advantage since they know the protocol. They have been looking into adapting their own solution, building up something on the protocol itself. So most of them, they have talked to us, so they know the technology, they know what are the specifics, and in that sense, they do have an advantage. But in terms of looking into the applications, evaluating each and every single idea that we will receive, no, we will take each and every application individually. We will take a look at it. We will evaluate based on the criteria that Maja actually that explained a little bit in the previous question. So in this sense, no. But if I can choose this opportunity, actually, please do join the Trace Alliance as well, the ones who are not members yet, since the collaboration there is amazing. You will be able to learn from different companies, not only from us, and of course it will take you one step closer to the adoption of your solution.
Excellent. I really like how you took the opportunity. All right, let's move forward. If I have an idea but cannot deliver it alone, where can I connect with other solo applicants? So our social media is practically a perfect place to go. You can join a LinkedIn group for Trace Alliance members and get help, get like other colleagues excited. There you can pop up and just like present the project on Telegram, Reddit, Discord. On Discord there are more technical people, so that would be a good idea if you are looking for a technical co-applicant. Yeah, otherwise Trace Alliance members and LinkedIn group would probably be the go-to place if I were you.
Yeah, definitely. So like I mentioned in the previous answer, Trace Alliance is here also for that kind of reasons, to connect with different companies, different individuals that already have some sort of capabilities and can help you out quite a lot in your inception of the idea. The next one is mine, right?
Yeah, sure.
Will you use smart contracts for voting? Very interesting one. When we were designing the open call, of course, one of the most important aspect was, okay, how we will evaluate everything. And of course, we wanted to give all the supporters, all the community that have been with us since the beginning, actually, give them a sense of ownership of the project as well, and to be able to participate in the open call regardless of if they have an idea or not. So we decided that we will give the community the availability to choose who the winner is and which projects are the ones that are looking most promising. And yes, of course, we were thinking about the voting mechanism, how it will work and how it will look like. We haven't really decided yet, definitely, but we are looking at different, let's say, paths how we should go with the voting mechanism. Smart contracts are of course one of them. We need to check out all the scenarios with our tech team, and what they think about is the most suitable thing. But what we are agreeing all and we have in common is that the voting mechanism needs to be fair and needs to prevent any malicious activities that will subsequently, choose a company that it's not supposed to win or something like that. So we want to make it as fair as possible and prevent anything that it's not good, or it won't match with the idea of the open calls and the value of OriginTrail. So we will update you once we will have the full voting mechanism in place, and it is coming soon.
Cool. That was a good cliffhanger. Okay, let me take the next one. How will the mentorship look like? Yeah. Let's first go just a little bit through main milestones of the Open Call project. So we launched the Open Call on the 28th of September in Q3. Right now we are receiving a lot of applications, and we are expecting more of them. Application deadline submission is 9th of November. By the end of November, we will do what's called initial screening. So what Nino said before, an external committee will decide if a project is, for example, impossible to realize in a determined time period, or if it is just like not technically doable like people intended. Because when we will organize the voting for the community, we really want to present you high quality projects in a format that is informative to you. So whatever project survives the initial scanning will be presented to you, but not in a way that they are filling in the application, right? Because I doubt that our community would like to spend one weekend reviewing the applications. It's not their job. We'll make sure that information is structured more friendly, and that it was presented nicely so you can decide relatively quickly whether you like a project or not really. So we'll help projects to structure those presentations. I hope that we'll be able to do video. That's actually my strong preference, because the attention spans.
Videos are cool, yeah.
Yeah, reading like a large amount of text could be a little bit stressful for some people, and time-wise also. But when community will decide which 10 projects will be admitted to the next circle, we'll provide more guidance. The coolest thing about mentorship is actually in-house mentorship that the winning team will get in Belgrade. So they'll fly to Belgrade, they'll spend a couple of days with our team. It's going to be really cool. It's a reward per se, hanging with those guys. They are amazing. They have so much knowledge and also great spirit there. So the teams will have weekly deliverables, and teams that will not meet weekly deliverables will be eliminated from the program. We are very serious with this. We don't want, some wishy-washy projects that have just not committed to the program fully. So once you're selected by the community, it is expected that you are serious and you come to mainnet, and we'll help you on the entire journey towards that. But this is the commitment that you have to take.
Yeah, absolutely. And not only that, if I can just
sure, go ahead.
Just add my 2 words here. Not only the mentorship is here, we will be talking with most of the projects probably, and in those type of conversations, you can ask us pretty much anything, and we will be more than glad to support you in anything. So it's not only about this open call. It's actually for the long term. It's for the long term, and we will be more than happy to give you all the support here to deliver this. If not in this open call stage, maybe in the foreseeable future. Since we are planning here to be working with you for the long term.
I will here to stay, definitely. Been here for 5 years, not going anywhere anytime soon. Cool.
Yeah, okay.
The last question.
Yeah, we're cool. In the last question.
Yeah.
Good. So the last question is, how will you ensure that the project are serious? Yeah. Maja, I think Maja set the tone. I hope she hasn't scared you.
Yeah, I had a tone. Sorry, but I really had to stress it out.
No, but yeah, definitely a very important thing. It's we are also, as OriginTrail, we are also applying to different tenders, open calls, and stuff like that. And we are trying to be as concrete and serious as possible in order to receive something from the ones who is organizing. And we will extend this to the OriginTrail Open Call as well. We will only be looking at the projects that are serious. That's why we have this criteria that Maja already mentioned. And apart from that, we also have something called external committee, which will be developed not only from the OriginTrail side, but also from external experts in terms of supply chain, market delivery, go-to-market strategy, and also from the business perspective. But not only that, the technical side will be evaluated as well from our team and from the external help that we will get. And the initial screening of all of the projects we will have, we will definitely take a very serious approach here, and take out any let's say, sci-fi projects or anything that is maybe unrelatable or incomplete for that matter. So we are taking this very serious, and we will be very strict at our evaluation. Of course, everything comes down to the community and the final voting, and we expect the community will take a serious leap of faith here to evaluate the projects, not only the ones who look cool and sound cool, but also the ones, you know, who have like the real use case applicability and can really change the world for that matter. And yeah, we are looking for that, you know, to have as many serious projects as possible, and of course the ones that will be better in that area, you know, will have a better chance of winning, definitely.
Absolutely, well said.
Yeah,
that wraps it up perfectly.
Yeah, this wraps it up from my side. Will you do the conclusion?
Well, apply before November 9th, because if you miss that deadline, oh, is that visible? Cool. Yeah, I really like this timeline that we did for the project. That's super cool. If you are interested in anything else, we have an email devoted to Open Call. We will answer you within 1 business day. We are very responsive. It is a project that is very dear and near to us all. And we have also had fantastic support from partners, and just like friendly other projects and institutions. Really have to give a shout out here to local environment in Slovenia and Serbia. We don't take it for granted. It's really good to have this support, as well as for international organizations. So we shared it with Blockchain in Transport Alliance members. We shared it with some other organizations. We were also included in global newsletter from founders, so FS6S. So it's getting like quite a lot of attention, and it's almost a month, so definitely 3 weeks to still apply, and we are searching for the best projects to bring them to the main net.
Yeah, so like Maja said, apply until November 9th. Don't forget the date. But in the meantime, if you have any questions, just like ping us anytime. You know, we are more than we are
more than responsible.
More than responsible, definitely. But yeah, you know, we are on Telegram, we are on Reddit, we are on LinkedIn. So if you have an idea and you're not sure about it, come to us. You know, we will give you some initial guidance, of course. But yeah, so looking forward to doing this, and yeah, good luck to everyone who already applied and who will apply in the future. And yeah, looking forward to see all of your applications.
Cool. Thanks for being with us. Have a lovely weekend, and we will, of course, update you how the open call goes. Yeah. Cheers.
Bye, guys.
Trace on.